Trusting your inner voice even when logic hesitates is about allowing yourself to acknowledge the subtle yet powerful guidance that arises from within. This inner voice is often quiet, not demanding attention, yet it carries a depth of wisdom that surpasses rational analysis. Many times, situations arise where facts and figures seem to point in one direction, but something inside gently nudges you toward another. It might be a feeling in your gut, a sudden sense of discomfort, or an unexplainable certainty that something is either right or wrong. In those moments, the challenge lies in having the courage to trust that feeling, even when you cannot fully explain it. Society often places a heavy emphasis on logic, reason, and external validation, leading many women to doubt their intuition. They second-guess themselves, analyze every detail, and sometimes end up silencing the very voice that was meant to guide them. Yet, when you learn to tune into that inner sense, you realize it is not random or baseless. It is built from a combination of emotional intelligence, subconscious observation, and deep understanding. Your mind may not always register every detail consciously, but your intuition does. It picks up on tones, body language, energy shifts, and patterns that are too subtle for logical thought to grasp instantly. Trusting it is not about rejecting logic, but about honoring a different kind of intelligence. It is about realizing that your intuition is a valuable compass, especially in situations where facts are incomplete or misleading. Real life experiences often prove this. Think of times when you felt uneasy about a situation or a person, but ignored it because everything seemed fine on the surface. Later, you might have discovered that your initial feeling was accurate. Alternatively, there might have been moments when you felt drawn to an unexpected opportunity, took a leap of faith, and saw it lead to meaningful growth. These are not coincidences. They are examples of intuition working in harmony with your inner wisdom. The more you trust this voice, the clearer it becomes. It is like strengthening a muscle. With each decision guided by intuition, your confidence in it grows. It becomes easier to distinguish between fear-driven thoughts and true intuitive nudges. Trusting this inner voice also builds self-respect, because you stop relying on others to validate your choices and start recognizing your own ability to make wise decisions. It encourages independence, emotional strength, and authenticity. It allows you to stand firm in your beliefs, even when others question your direction. In moments when logic hesitates, this inner guidance acts like a light in the fog, revealing truths that are not immediately visible. Learning to trust it brings clarity, protection, and empowerment, helping you navigate life with both heart and mind in alignment. Recognizing subtle signals that others overlook is a powerful skill that comes naturally to many women through their heightened intuitive sense. It's the ability to notice the unsaid, the unspoken, and the hidden layers of meaning that often lie beneath the surface of daily interactions. While others may focus solely on what is being said, someone attuned to these subtle signals observes the tone of voice, micro-expressions, body language, energy shifts, and inconsistencies between words and actions. These small details may seem insignificant to some, but they often reveal the truth of a situation far more accurately than direct statements. It might be a slight hesitation before someone answers a question, a fleeting expression that contradicts their words, or an unusual change in behavior that hints at deeper emotions. These cues act like puzzle pieces that, when noticed, provide a clearer and fuller picture of reality. This heightened awareness allows a woman to sense when something is off, even if nothing appears wrong on the surface. It helps in building deeper connections because it shows empathy and understanding for what others might be feeling but not expressing openly. In relationships, this ability can be the difference between miscommunication and true emotional intimacy. By picking up on these subtle signs, one can respond with care, offer support at the right time, or protect themselves from potential harm. It's not about overanalyzing or assuming the worst. It's about being present and observant in a way that allows intuition to translate nonverbal information into meaningful insight. Recognizing these signals also plays a crucial role in professional and social settings. In meetings, negotiations, or group discussions, noticing small shifts in posture, tone, or facial expressions can reveal how others truly feel about an idea or decision. This gives an intuitive advantage, allowing someone to address concerns before they are voiced, or to adapt their approach to align with the underlying dynamics of the situation. It helps in making wiser decisions because they are based not only on what is visible, but also on what is silently communicated. Developing this sensitivity requires mindfulness and attentiveness. It involves slowing down enough to truly observe people and environments without rushing to judgment. It means trusting those first impressions and gut feelings that arise from noticing subtle details, rather than dismissing them as imagination. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, enabling you to read between the lines effortlessly. People often feel understood and seen when someone can pick up on what they haven't said, and this creates a sense of trust and emotional safety. Recognizing subtle signals is not just about being perceptive, it's about valuing the deeper layers of human interaction. When this ability is combined with intuition, it becomes a powerful guide that helps navigate personal and professional relationships with clarity, depth, and wisdom. Using intuition as a tool for empowerment and protection is about embracing one of the most natural and powerful abilities within. Intuition is not just a vague feeling, it's an inner guidance system that helps navigate through situations where logic alone may not be enough. When a woman learns to rely on this inner compass, she gains a sense of personal strength that allows her to make decisions with confidence, even in uncertain or challenging circumstances. Intuition often alerts you to potential dangers before they become obvious, whether in relationships, professional environments, or everyday encounters. It can sense inconsistencies, emotional undercurrents, or hidden motives that logical reasoning might overlook at first glance. By listening to this inner signal, many women have avoided harmful situations, made timely decisions, or discovered opportunities they might have missed otherwise. Empowerment through intuition begins with trusting your instincts and not dismissing them as mere imagination. Society often conditions people, especially women, to downplay their gut feelings in favor of external validation or purely rational explanations. This leads to doubt and hesitation, weakening the natural power that intuition holds. But when you acknowledge that your inner sense is valid and reliable, you take back control of your decision making. It becomes easier to set boundaries, say no when something doesn't feel right, or step forward when something feels aligned with your true self. This trust creates a powerful foundation for self-respect and personal authority. You no longer depend solely on external opinions. Instead, you begin to value your own inner knowing. In moments of confusion or pressure, intuition acts as a stabilizing force. It cuts through noise and complexity, offering clear feelings of alignment or discomfort that help guide your choices. It empowers you to pause and listen to what your inner self is telling you rather than rushing into decisions out of fear, obligation, or doubt. Over time, as this intuitive connection strengthens, it acts like an invisible shield, warning you when something is not right and encouraging you when opportunities align with your path. This isn't about living in fear or suspicion, it's about being attuned and aware on a deeper level. Intuition as a protective force is often experienced in subtle ways. A sudden uneasiness around someone might signal hidden intentions, or an unexplained pull toward a different route could help you avoid danger. These moments are not coincidences. They are reflections of your mind and body picking up cues before your conscious mind processes them. By honoring these signals, you protect yourself proactively. Similarly, intuition empowers you to pursue meaningful opportunities that logic might dismiss as too risky or unconventional. Many life-changing decisions are made not by overanalyzing every detail, but by trusting that inner certainty that says, "This is right for me." When intuition is embraced fully, it becomes both armor and light, shielding from harm and illuminating the path forward. It turns fear into strength, uncertainty into clarity, and doubt into decisive action, allowing you to live with greater confidence, awareness, and self-empowerment. Balancing instinct with reason for wise decisions is a skill that transforms intuition into a practical and powerful tool. Intuition provides deep, often immediate insights, while reason offers structure, analysis, and clarity. When these two forces work together, decisions become not only emotionally aligned but also logically sound. Instinct on its own can lead to impulsive choices if not understood clearly, and reason alone can sometimes be too rigid, missing the emotional and subtle layers of a situation. Finding the balance between the two allows a woman to trust her inner guidance while also grounding it in thoughtful consideration. This balance is especially important in complex or high-stakes situations where emotions, risks, and external pressures can cloud judgment. When a decision arises, instinct is often the first response. It's that gut feeling, that immediate sense of right or wrong. It can provide direction before the mind fully processes the information. Reason then steps in to evaluate, analyze, and ensure that the decision aligns with facts, values, and long-term goals. For example, you might feel an intuitive pull toward a new career path or an opportunity that seems uncertain on paper. Instead of dismissing it as unrealistic or following it blindly, you can use reason to assess the practical steps, potential challenges, and resources needed to make it successful. This way, intuition inspires the direction, and reason ensures the foundation is solid. In relationships and personal interactions, this balance helps you avoid extremes. Pure instinct may lead to judging someone too quickly, while pure reason may cause you to ignore emotional red flags in favor of surface logic. By listening to both, you can understand the full picture. Your intuition might sense a subtle discomfort or trustworthiness in someone's presence, and your reasoning can then evaluate their actions, words, and consistency over time. This combination leads to decisions that are both emotionally wise and logically sound. Cultivating this balance requires self-awareness and patience. It involves learning to pause before making decisions, giving yourself time to feel what your instincts are saying, and then analyzing the situation rationally. Neither should overpower the other. Instead, they should complement one another. Intuition offers the initial insight, and reason refines it into actionable steps. Over time, as you practice this, your decision-making becomes more confident and accurate because you're neither ignoring your inner guidance nor dismissing the value of rational thought. This balance is also essential for leadership, problem-solving, and personal growth. Intuition helps you see possibilities that others may not notice, while reason helps you implement those ideas effectively. It's like having both a compass and a map. Intuition points toward the right direction, and reason shows the best way to get there. Together, they create a powerful decision-making system that honors both heart and mind, allowing choices to be grounded in truth and aligned with purpose. Honing sensitivity through self-awareness and reflection is essential for strengthening intuition and deepening the ability to understand subtle emotional and situational cues. Sensitivity, in this context, is not about being overly emotional or easily affected. It is about being attuned to your inner world and the environment around you. Many women naturally possess this sensitivity, but without conscious awareness and reflection, it can either be overwhelming or underutilized. By intentionally developing self-awareness, you begin to recognize the signals your mind, body, and emotions send, allowing you to differentiate between true intuition and passing feelings influenced by stress, fear, or external noise. Reflection helps you process experiences, learn from them, and sharpen your perception over time. Self-awareness begins with paying attention to your internal state. This involves observing your emotions, bodily sensations, thoughts, and reactions without judgment. For example, when you meet someone new and feel uneasy for no clear reason, self-awareness allows you to pause and notice that sensation rather than dismissing it or becoming confused by it. It helps you ask yourself meaningful questions. Is this discomfort rooted in intuition, or is it triggered by past experiences or personal biases? By reflecting on these questions, you strengthen your ability to accurately interpret the signals you receive. This clarity transforms vague feelings into actionable insights. Regular reflection is a powerful practice for honing sensitivity. Taking time to review your experiences, through journaling, quiet thinking, or meditation, helps you connect dots that you might have missed in the moment. When you look back at times when you trusted or ignored your instincts, patterns begin to emerge. You notice how your intuition speaks to you, how it feels in your body, and how it has guided you accurately in the past. This builds confidence and sharpens your intuitive sense, making it easier to distinguish genuine insight from emotional reactions. Reflection also allows you to identify personal blind spots or emotional triggers that can distort intuition, so you can separate true guidance from momentary impulses. Honing sensitivity also requires creating inner stillness. Modern life is often fast-paced and noisy, making it difficult to hear the quiet voice of intuition. Practices like mindfulness, deep breathing, or spending time in solitude help calm the mind and heighten your perception. When you cultivate inner silence, you become more receptive to the subtle signals within and around you. This heightened sensitivity allows you to notice details others might miss, such as changes in energy, tone, or atmosphere, which enriches your understanding of situations and people. As sensitivity becomes more refined through self-awareness and reflection, decision-making, relationships, and personal growth all improve. You start to trust your feelings without being controlled by them. You become more grounded, emotionally intelligent, and perceptive. This deepened awareness strengthens intuition, allowing it to function with greater clarity and reliability, turning sensitivity into a powerful asset rather than a source of confusion or doubt. Celebrating intuition as a unique strength, not a weakness, is about reclaiming and honoring a powerful inner gift that has often been undervalued or misunderstood. For centuries, intuition has been labeled as something vague, emotional, or unreliable, especially when expressed by women. Society has often emphasized logic and external proof over inner knowing, leading many to suppress or question their natural intuitive abilities. However, intuition is not a flaw. It is a deeply rooted form of intelligence that operates beyond conscious reasoning. It draws from experiences, observations, emotions, and subtle cues that the mind collects but does not always process verbally. When a woman embraces her intuition with pride rather than doubt, she unlocks a source of power that enhances her confidence, clarity, and ability to navigate life with wisdom. Viewing intuition as a strength begins with shifting perception. Instead of seeing it as something secondary to logic, it can be understood as an equally valuable way of knowing. Intuition often works in the background, offering quiet but clear guidance. It can reveal truths that are not yet visible, sense energies that words cannot convey, and point toward opportunities or warnings long before evidence appears. This ability is not mystical, it is natural and practical. Celebrating it means recognizing that it plays a crucial role in decision-making, problem-solving, and understanding human behavior. It allows you to connect more deeply with yourself and others, fostering trust in your inner wisdom. When intuition is celebrated, it stops being something to hide or justify. Instead of apologizing for a gut feeling or second-guessing an instinct, you begin to speak and act from a place of inner authority. You trust that your insights have value, even if they cannot be immediately explained in conventional terms. This creates a sense of empowerment and authenticity. It also inspires others to value intuition, breaking stereotypes that equate sensitivity with weakness. By embracing intuition, you demonstrate that strength is not always loud or forceful. Sometimes it is quiet, subtle, and deeply grounded. This celebration also involves nurturing and honoring your intuitive abilities. Just like any other strength, intuition grows stronger when respected and practiced. Taking time to listen to your inner signals, reflect on your instincts, and act on them with confidence reinforces their validity. Over time, this builds an unshakable trust in yourself. You begin to rely less on external approval and more on your inner compass, which leads to greater independence and self-assurance. When women collectively celebrate their intuition, it creates a cultural shift where emotional intelligence and inner wisdom are valued alongside analytical thinking. This balance leads to richer perspectives, wiser choices, and deeper connections. Embracing intuition as a strength allows women to stand in their truth unapologetically, making decisions that align with their authentic selves and guiding others through their example. It turns what was once dismissed as a weakness into a defining source of inner power and leadership.